Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Ford F-250 Platinum. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And thank you to Mayfield Ford for allowing me to review this F-250 Platinum. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the F-250s, the safety features that you do get with the Platinum model here, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. Now for the different models that you can get with the Ford F-250s, first off, you can pick from different styles, cab size, box size, and the rear wheel option. And then here are all of the different models that are available. As for the safety features that you do get with the F-250 Platinum, here is a list, so you do get quite a few safety features packed with this truck. Now for what powers the Platinum here, this does have the optional 6.7 liter high output Power Stroke V8 diesel engine, which makes 500 horsepower and a whopping 1200 pound-foot of torque. And because this has the Tremor off-road package, you can tow about 18,200 pounds. And with the fifth wheel, it's about 18,900 pounds. And with the gooseneck, it's about 22,900 pounds. And payload wise, you're looking at about 3,384 pounds. I'm also going to throw up the window sticker on this truck because it does have quite a few optional things added to this. All right, well, let's start off in the front of this Platinum. This thing looks very, very nice. On the bumper here, you do have a body color bumper. You've also got the front recovery hooks along with the front safety sensors. There are the LED fog lights in the corners. And then you just move into the grille area. I really like the designing on this because you do have like this strip of chrome at the top and the bottom, and the rest is in gloss black. And you have the massive Ford badge with a front-facing camera down there. And then all of this, the grille, everything goes into the LED lights. Look at how nice and sharp these lights look. I love the LED bar that kind of swoops all the way around. And you've got your lights there. In the middle here, this one, you do have the turn signal. And yeah, the front end on this is very cool. Also on the hood here at the front, you do have the Super Duty stamped into the hood. All right, coming to the side of the F-250, this thing is massive. And you will notice up top here, you do have the clearance lamps. And one thing that this truck does have added onto it is the dual pane panoramic sunroof. Now around the windows, you do have the gloss black here, and then your code that you can set up. You do have the body color door handles, and then these massive tow mirrors. So at the top here, you do have the gloss black, and everything else is the black plastic. You got the light here, the turn signal, and on the side, you do have the side mirror cameras, and this has angles all around, which I'm going to show you on the touchscreen. Over on the fender here, you've got this big piece, this trim that says Platinum F-250, and you got the vent style going on, which is pretty cool. And then on the sides here, you do have the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel badging. You've also got the side steps. And then you move into these massive wheels. Now, I love the aluminums going on, the gloss blacks, even the center cap looks very unique on this. And these are your 18-inch wheels, which are paired with the 35-inch off-road tires. And if I do take a step back, you can see these wheels fit perfectly with the F-250. This truck also has the unique front springs with increased ride height, performance front and rear shock absorbers, and the front limited slip diff. All right, now coming to the back. So first off, on the side here, you do have a step which you can get on and reach in, and it's on both of the sides. Also on the back here, you're going to find the Tremor decaling because this does have the Tremor off-road package on this. So coming to the very back, you have the same body color rear bumper, the hitch there in the center, rear safety sensors. You've even got the built-in steps on both of the sides on the bumper here. And then if you look way down below, you do have your spare tire. Up by the license plate area is where you'll find all your towing outlets. And then you move into the tailgate area. This looks very unique. First off, you have the Ford badge right there. And then this massive strip in gloss black, which has the Super Duty stamped into it. And on the tailgate area here, you do have the rear camera and a light. And speaking of light, you do have these nice looking LED rear lights, and this part here is a sensor. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and see what we get back here, because there's quite a few things, like I mentioned, that are added to this truck. First off, this is a power opening liftgate. How nice is that? So if I just nudge it, there you go, it closes. And yeah, this is very convenient. If you have things in your hand, you can just use your knee and close it. So let's reopen this and see what else we have back here. First off, I want to touch on this section right here. As you can see, this does have the step built in. So if I just press this little button right there, or the piece, it's gonna pop out the step, so you can use this to get in and out. This also has an assist handle if you do want to use that. Now, first off, on the tailgate here, you do have like this ruler with all the measurements and whatnot, and then you kind of have like bits and pieces as like a work surface that you can put like screws or whatever it is if you're using this for work. Also back here, you do have the spray-in bed liner, which I highly suggest having on any truck that you do get, because you're not going to scratch up anything. Okay, I tried clearing the snow as much as I could, but this also has the fifth wheel gooseneck package. So if you saw the window sticker in the beginning of the video, you will notice that. There's also these tie down points on both of the sides. There's also the LED bed lighting on both the sides, obviously. Plus you do have these outlets down here. So if I open this, you have that, and you have that one. And then on the other side, you do have the Pro Power onboard system. So if I do lift this, you do have two outlets in there. Now over on the rear window here in the center, the window is power opening, obviously. And then up top there by the light, you do have a bed camera. All right, now let's check out the interior of the Platinum here, because it is very, very nice. It's an all black interior, but you do have bits and pieces that do stand out. First off, down here, you've got the nice space with the cup holder. This also has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and I really like this aluminum plating. There's more space in the middle here, some granite trimming here. You have this soft touch here, and kind of like this suede material that stretches all the way across with this blue piping, the blue stitching. Everything looks very premium and very nice. And even here you have some space and this nice smooth trim. Now let's check out the interior seats on this, because these are just as nice. It's an all black interior. You also have a platinum badge. Now this is not in blue, it just has a cover on this or a sticker, but this is in chrome, so that's nice. And you even have the striping in blue. You got the perforated back, bottom sections. The rear seats do come heated, so this seat and the outside seat over there, which is pretty good. And then also if I go ahead and pull this down, this is where you'll find your cup holders. And now let's lift up the rear seats here. So lifting this up, you have a tub that you can definitely utilize. It's massive and you can fit a ton of things in here, your tools, grocery bags, gym bags, whatever you want to use this for, you can tuck it away. Now I'm going to jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, entering inside, legroom wise, I am very, very happy, and I'm sure this seat can be adjusted even more. And in terms of the headroom, this is a 250. I am not complaining at all. I'm wearing a hat for reference. I'm 5'11", and I'm super happy back here. Also behind the driver and the passenger seat, I love how there's no plastic. It's all just soft touch material. Plus you do have the storage pockets. Now over on the rear console area, you've got this chrome trimming, more cup holders. You've got the venting back here and this unique texture trimming as well. Rear heated seat buttons right there, USB ports, and 120 volt outlet down there. All right, let's come around to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. The only thing I can really notice up here is a massive area down here with 2 water bottle areas, and everything else is identical, other than of course your usual window controls, side mirror controls, and then since these are tow mirrors, you can also extend them and retract them. And you also have the driver memory seat controls. Now let's check out the front seats. These are identical to the rear. You've got the same chrome platinum badge there, the blue striping, the perforated back, bottom sections. Everything looks very, very nice. But the seats up here not only come heated, they're also ventilated, and they have a built-in massage feature. And over on the side of the seat here, you have more chrome trimming and all of your seat adjustments. And if you press the middle button here, this is where you activate your massage feature. And down here, you have this nice platinum door sill piece, which looks very nice. And then down here are just your foot pedals, nothing too crazy. Here is the hood latch release. Up here, you have your electronic parking brake, and then these adjustments for your power adjustable foot pedals. And up here, you have your rear light, the tailgate button, exterior lights, cluster dimmers, side mirror lights, and then around the venting here, more of this nice chrome trimming. It almost looks like black chrome, and then this is more of like a shiny chrome with the US flag, and the steering wheel does come power adjustable. All right, entering inside, I just want to show you something cool on the cluster area. When I do start up the truck, you do have the nice usual Ford animations, and even when I turn off the truck, you still have more animations, so that's pretty neat. All right, entering inside, the dashboard is covered in hard plastic, the soft touch material. You got a speaker in the corner, speaker here, speaker in the center, and 2 more over there. And this also has my favorite thing, which is the heads-up display. And just like when I started up the truck, even when you start it up, on the heads-up display, you have the nice animation, as you can see right there. And then you move into your fully digital cluster area. This is a 12-inch cluster, and on here you can view a ton of different things, and all of that is controlled through here. So if I just press back for a second and I press the menu, here are all of the things that you can view in front of you, and whatever you click into, it may have more things within it. As for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This does come heated. You've got this nice, almost like black chrome trimming all the way around. This also says platinum down here, and this cool looking chrome Ford badge. Now over on the left side here, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, volume, Bluetooth, and the other side you'll find your cluster controls, phone controls, and the seat controls. And behind the steering wheel will be your wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And here is your shifter on this side. Now moving to the center armrest here, more soft touch, more of the blue stitching here. Even here, the striping and this nice looking platinum badge. And opening this up, you do have this tray which can be popped out, and you do have a good amount of deep storage space plus USB ports. Now before I touch on the center here, I just want to show you on the side, you have more of the soft touch, contrast stitching, and a ton of room on the side here. And you'll notice this on the passenger side as well. Now on the center here, you have a ton of things. So there's no shifter, so you get this nice clean look. First off, you have this nice textured chrome trimming. You have a ton of room here, cup holders here. Pulling this over, you can have more cup holders, more space here, and this shiny nice trim, more chrome trimming. Pushing this back, you've got more space, a phone holder which is also a wireless phone charger, and more USB ports. And then up here you have all your heating and cooling temperature controls, multimedia controls. Here is the heated steering wheel, heated seats, vented seat controls, all that good stuff. Over on the left here are all of your different modes and the trailer brake controller. Here is the Pro Trailer knob. And over here, you have a 12-volt outlet and a plug over here. Now, there's also this camera button here. So let me show you the cameras on this. So here is what that looks like. You got the top bird's eye view here, a front-facing camera, which is on right now. If I just click this here, you also have a full screen for the front and a panoramic wide view for the front, which is pretty neat. If I click back into it, there's also this section here, which is for your bed camera, like I was mentioning. And the next one is your rear camera, hitch camera, and then these side mirror cameras. Also, if I go back to the main page here, you also have this, right? So you have the plus symbol here. If I click this, you're gonna have all of these that pop up. So I can zoom into each of the sections. So towing and parking with this is very, very easy. So then you get into your 12-inch touchscreen here. You've also got a mini screen off to the right. So on the first section here, the audio section, under sources, you will find your AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth. Next is the phone section once you do have it paired. Next will be the navigation section here. And then next is the favorite section, so you can adjust or put whatever you want here. Next is the app section. So this does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, even karaoke and YouTube in this. Next is the settings section. So here are all of the typical stuff that you do see on vehicles, and each thing you can adjust to your liking. And in order to go to the massage feature, you just go under the seats section here, and here it is. So you've got the driver's side here first off, so you can play around with this, and then the center you've got the massage. So you have all of these different ones that you can pick from, and even same thing for the passenger side. And then lastly, you have your features section. I think this is going to be the most used one. So on here you have the driver assistance. So this will be your safety features. You can turn on, off, or adjust however you want. Heading back, there's also the Pro Power onboard system, like I was mentioning. So you have the interior, the exterior, and the bed, which you can turn on from there. You got generator mode, test mode, or you can just turn everything off. Let's head back. There's also the zone lighting in this, and overriding this, turning this on. You can turn on each section one at a time or everything all at once, just like that. Let's turn off everything here and head back. You've also got the towing section. So you got your connection checklist, add a trailer, and then all of these settings that you can play around with. There's also the onboard scale in this. How cool is that? So let's close this. And yeah, if you have stuff in the back, you can actually calculate how much you're carrying. So that's pretty cool. And then you got your tail lamps here as well, so they kind of light up and kind of show you in a sense of like a scale, which is pretty neat. Heading back, there's also the smart hitch. Let's close this. So you have all of this good stuff. You can tell it what you're carrying or how you're going to be towing. You can also set it up, and then connection checklist, which is cool. Heading back, then you just got the owner's manual and feedback. And then the little screen off to the right here, if I just press this little pages thing, I can just swipe through and pick whatever I want in front of me. Also up here, you do have two buttons. So the first one here is for your engine brake. You can turn it on or off. And then the second one is for your trail control. Also up top on the dash, you also have a little bit more room that you can kind of utilize. And then moving up here, you just have your rear view mirror. Moving further up, you've got 6 auxiliary switches, and opening this up is where you can put your sunglasses. There's also the rear power sliding window control, sunroof controls, sunshade controls, and then the interior lights. And here's the key fob for the F-250 Platinum. It's just your usual Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So here is that space that I was talking about on the driver's side. And then on the dashboard here, you have this beautiful trimming, which can be opened up, this whole section, by just pressing this, revealing a hidden compartment area. You've also got the Super Duty stamped here, and opening this up will be your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker on this F-250 Platinum. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Ford F-250 Platinum. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?